What up, guys? My name is Anna's a Goat, and I'll be here doing a theory or like a video saying who would win if AMP versus FAZE in a 5v5 with two bench players. So FAZE versus AMP, they will have five starters and two backups. AMP squad. Davis will be the starting point guard, beating that he's a great assister, can score a 3, as you can see. And overall, he will be like the leader of the team, because he's actually been a pro player. And I think he's better than Duke. And it wasn't for like an ankle or knee injury, he would have been more glazed than Duke, in my opinion. So that's why I have Davis being the starting point guard over Kai, because he's a better defender than Kai, better offensive player than Kai, better playmaker. Overall, I think his matchup will be great for him, because he will stop any attempt of like driving to the paint. He's a great assister. Him and Duke Dennis will be a great lob threat and at best a great defensive duo. So yeah, that's why I think Davis should be the starting point guard. Shooting guard, I have Ray Asian Boy. I'm counting Ray because I have another person included for FAZE. That's not a part of FAZE. So Ray is a great driver, three-pointer, and step-back jumper. If his defense can improve, I think Davis, and Duke would already match this up and win. But because he's not that good at defense, I think he's just not a 3-and-D player, but a great playmaker, and we'll have to like double sometimes on like people like Max and probably Jason and Adapt. But sorry, I called him Adapt. It's Adapt. But that's why I think Chris is shooting guard. Now for small forward, I have Chris next door. He just came out of knee surgery, so it was between him and Phantom, but I know Chris is better than Phantom. He's a great, I think, post threat, and he can absolutely destroy you in the paint. I know these are old clips, but I think because of knee surgery, I might have some doubt, but I can't doubt Chris next door. He's a post threat that can stop people like his small forwards, probably like Lacey and a person I have as the addition, and Max. He's fast, a great defensive player, and you can't stop him. He's a great small forward, all-around player, and against the person I have him against, he's a great player. So that's why I have him at small forward. Also, he's the fourth man in this rotation, so he won't get that ball, but when he do, no one will expect it, and it's going to be easy run to the rim, a drive to a rim, and layup. So that's why I have Chris next door being the starting small forward over Phantom, because he's more, I think Phantom has some ball carrying abilities, but he's trying to be fancy, while Chris is not trying to be fancy. He's just like that. He's a great rebounder sometimes, because he will have to rebound a lot. So that's why Chris is your small forward. Power forward, I got Agent Zero. I know he has a Nikola Jokic build, but I have another person at center. But it was between him, Chris next door, Phantom, and Duke. But I think he will be the better power forward because his 3-and-D ability. And with casual layups, he reminds me of Jokic. And that's why I have him in power forward. But center, we all know Duke. Duke is a great center. He can block, pass, run to the rim, and just dunk. He's a great post threat with Chris next door and Agent. But then having him with Ray and Duke being, not Ray and Davis. Ray and Davis. They can help Duke be a better passer, and Duke Dennis won't have to waste that much energy against FaZe. But him against his match I have against him that I will talk about when I get to FaZe, but that's why I have him as center. Now, bench guard, Kai Cenat. Kai played in the LBA, Little Basketball Association. Besides that, what else have he played? He won against Phantom, I believe, and I don't think he've won any other 1v1s. Probably against Flight one day, but I don't think they've played. Also, before I say it, what's his name? Flight was in consideration because I forgot about Ray for a little bit. I'm like, oh, Ray is better than Flight and it's better known AMP than Flight. But he can run to the rim, but if Kai Cenat can play defense and get up like great three or a decent three, I think he will be like Amen Thompson level, but right now he's not that good, and he can be like, he's decent on offense, but that's why I have him at the backup point guard instead of the starter. And next I have Phantom at backup forward. Just looking, he has a great dribble package and layup, but he can't shoot a mid-ranger, and he's not good at, he can shoot a mid-ranger, sometimes but he can't shoot a three. If he could have a consistent three, or like a decent amount of threes took in per game and make like 3 or 2, he would have started over either Chris, Agent, probably not Duke, but had a chance. Because his three is not that good, that's why I have him as this backup, great backup. And if Chris, Agent, or Duke don't like gets tired and stuff, that's why I have him at the backup forward. Now let's look at Team FaZe. Point guard is ADAP. Think is a true three-way scorer, mid-range, can drive to the paint and shoot a three. He'll be guarding Davis, so his defense has to be on top point because he didn't do well against Jason on defense. But if he can find a way to stop Davis passing, that would be like one of the keys to victory for Team FaZe. But if he can't, it's kind of screwed. Like, what are you going to do if Davis can pass? Point guard. Shooting guard, Jason. 3 and D player. Jared McCain type. That's the player I believe the most. He represents Jared McCain as a 3 and D scorer. He can probably most likely stop name right? Asian, by the way. I did that on purpose. Both are great shooters, so it's whoever stopped the three. Jason stopped the three. Jason wins. If you can stop the three, you win this battle. And that's gonna be hard because day tags are deep. Two people out that people say should be in the map in this 5v5, and that's Kayshawn and Rug, because I just want to see the most entertaining, or like the big guys, and your Ray's not in it, but Jason's starting shooting guard. Ketch is the player I added. If I added Ray, I add Ketch. It's had multiple collabs with FaZe, and I think he'll work out as another 3 and D player. He can be clumsy sometimes, but if the 3 falls out and he can have a great dribble package, he can be one of the best small forwards. If he can D up Chris, that would be a great way. But he's a great three-way, not three-way, if he can run the midi, if he can shoot a midi, he's a great passer. Reason why I have him in the backcourt with 2 other people that probably you already know. But he's a great passer. If he can pass really well and find a way to defend and shoot a midi, he's probably going to be the best player there. As you can see, he's a great 3-point shooter. So yeah. By the way, add on, Kayshawn's not in because I want to put Sketch in. Now starting power forward, Max. He's small for power forward. He has a guard Agent, but I think Agent is a great lockup defender. So I can't tell if this is an L for Max or Agent. By the way, Max can defend really well. He can shoot really well. 3-way scorer. If Agent's defense can be well, and if Max defense needs to be on point. Max on defense a lot. So if Max, or I think Max can foul out, because he's not that good at defense. draw fouls and or like get foul because he's kind of the worst person to defend. Because I think he will smack Agent and gets fouled out. Because fouled out aren't allowed in the 7v7 situation. If 3 of your players foul out, you're eliminated or your team loses immediately. And bang, 3-point is great. He has the deepest bag on FaZe. I was contemplating if he would go against Duke, but nah, he's against Agent. That's why he's your starting power forward. Starting center, Silky. And this TikTok, I agree with. If Silky plays like this, FaZe is beating AMP. If he gets a 3-point shot down, he can win. That's all I have to say because he kind of sucks. So Ron as your starting point guard, 3 and D scorer. Don't foul out. Your team probably is gonna stop Kai. If he can be a 3 and D against Kai off the bench, he can beat Kai. He will probably match up against probably Ray. And who's the other one? Ray Davis. He's a great. He can clamp people up. He's a two-way playmaker that can't find any driving lanes. Lacey is the best backup on this list. Bench player. He could have started, but Sketch over him. So he can probably, if Sketch goes on to a bad start, Lacey replace him in the starting lineup. And that's why he's the best bench player. Let's look at the rosters. AMP's roster, FaZe roster. Now rules and predictions in OTE rule 7-game series. And here are my predictions. Game 1, AMP 89-76. Game 2, AMP 79-78. Then FaZe wins the next 2. He wins one more till FaZe ties it up from a 2-0 to 3-3. Then the first one overtime. AMP barely breaks out and win. Series MVP, Duke Dennis. If it is, give the MVP to either ADAP or Mac, because those two are the best players on there. So that's who I have winning this. And if you want more videos of predicting 5v5s of basketball YouTube groups or 1v1s in basketball YouTube or duos, I'll probably talk about this. My next video is going to be a top 30 overall picks, or my mock draft 1.0 for this season. And by end of this year, there will be a YouTube Basketball Award show.